Hello, welcome to the Yes You May live stream podcast, where we talk about all things boosting your confidence, giving yourself permission, which helps you lead into your best life. I'm your host, Amanda May Gray, and today we're going to talk about why your appearance matters, which can be a controversial topic, quite frankly, but you may be surprised at my take on it. You see, I think that your appearance makes a difference in your own mindset. I don't think that it matters what other people think of you, but to exude confidence when you feel good, you look good. What you think about how you look good, however, is really the only thing that makes a difference. It's not about following the different trends or cutting your hair a certain way, wearing certain clothes. It's about finding what makes you feel good. When you look in the mirror, you say, "Yeah, I like this." I'm sure you can think back to a time when you just felt like you really looked great, whether that was in a fancy dress or if that was just in a pair of sweats. And you were on top of the world. You felt like, "Oh, I could do anything today." You just had a certain happiness, a certain glow. And that's really what I mean by why your appearance matters. It matters to you, not for others. When you feel like, I look good, I'm happy, I'm enjoying this, that comes out in the rest of your life. So, to boost your own confidence, sometimes the best way to do it is to take the time to put yourself together in whatever means that means for you. But understanding what it means for you is the most important thing. It's not what you see in the magazines or the fake Instagram with the filters and all the shenanigans. What do you like? I have a friend, she did this talk about this skirt club she's in, and there are these repurposed skirts, and you never get the same one. Nobody has the same two because they're from these beautiful materials that are not just mass produced. And she said she didn't ever feel all that confident about the way she looked. And she didn't feel like she should be posting photos of herself. But she found this group and she found these skirts that she absolutely adores. She wears them all the time. They make her feel good. And then when she took photos in them, that feeling exuded outward. And because of that feeling, that way she was vibrating within herself, that came out in the photos and people commented on it super positively. You look so happy. You look confident. You look beautiful. Now, my goal isn't to get you to think I have to be that, model certain beauty. Not at all. My goal is to have you identify what makes you happy with the way you dress, with the way you do your hair, maybe your makeup, and maybe do that a little bit more often. What's your favorite color? This is a trick of mine. If you hadn't noticed, if you've been watching me at all, you might have recognized that I use a lot of blue. I love green. I even have green nails today. I don't know if they're holiday nails. Hey. But what I do is I buy a lot of the clothing in a similar color palette. So there's a lot of variety of green in my wardrobe. There's blues, there's pinks. And because I buy that consistent color palette, it's really easy for me to feel and look put together because everything just matches. I don't have to think about it as much. It's not as much of a mismatch. Now, granted, there's a few items here and there, but overall, I kind of stick to my favorite colors and what I know I look good in. And when I do that, and when I do see myself in the mirror, I'm like happy. I'm smiling because I feel good about the way that I look. Actually, if you watch the videos, you'll probably see that I don't wear the biggest variety of clothing. Big secret, I wear like a handful of items on camera all the time because I know those items look good on camera. Those colors look good on camera. And so I lower my barrier of entry to going on camera, to feeling good about myself by utilizing the same things. You don't have to go crazy and buy a whole new wardrobe. You don't have to buy a million pieces. You can, I'm going to give you permission right now. Give yourself permission to wear the same kind of stuff that makes you happy over and over again. I think it was Tim Cook, the Apple CEO, and if I said that wrong, sorry. Feel free to feel free to correct me. I think that's his name. He was famous for wearing the same black t-shirt all the time. He liked the way it looked, he felt confident in it, and it lowered his barrier of entry. It was easier for him. He didn't have to stress about what he was wearing. There's something to be said about having a uniform, a work uniform even, that you feel confident in, but that you don't have to worry about or think about. Because what that does is it takes your mind off of other things that are wandering around and puts it back on the tasks at hand. Puts you in a better mood, makes you more productive. So, how can you implement that for yourself? Are there certain colors that you really love that you can acknowledge and maybe buy more of? Are there certain silhouettes? I don't even wear like super professional clothing every day, but I do make it a habit to make sure that I put on something that I feel good in, even if nobody's going to see me that day. Creating that routine for yourself, especially if you're working from home, can make a big difference. And if you know what looks good on you and you have those go to items, if you get called to go to a meeting in a pinch, you're ready to go. You can either change into it or you're already dressed that way. I specifically on Black Friday did some shopping to find myself some more work from home clothes. They're a little bit more elevated from just leggings and sweats, but still comfortable so that when I'm working at home, because that's half the time, I feel better about myself because I feel a little bit more put together. And that confidence comes across not only on the camera, but in my work and what I'm doing. Comfortable, but good looking, it makes a difference. Something that I taught Gerald, my man, a while ago that he brought back up and I didn't really think about it in a while was that if you like the way something looks, if you enjoy it, you're apt to more let me say that again. You are apt to use it more. What do I mean? I have pretty journals. Pretty uh I used to, I don't use them as much. I probably should get back to it. But agendas, things that I liked the way they look. And because of that, then I actually use them more. I also tend to buy myself different colored pens that I really like. I have these favorite gel ink pens in different colors that I absolutely love. They write beautifully, which is part of the experience. They're pretty colors, which I really like. I'm a very visual person. And because of that, then I utilize them more. I'm happy to use them. I pick them up and it puts a smile on my face. And even when it's just a subconscious thing, that still makes a difference in your day. So if you're buying just a few quality pieces that will wash and wear and last, and you're kind of just wearing those things, when it makes you feel good because you look good in your own terms, then you're going to have more confidence and more happiness overall, which theoretically should lead to more productivity. That's my theory. I could be wrong. I know this works for me, and I hope it might help work for you. When you're having a down day, Maybe take a time out and give yourself some self-care, whether that's putting on a nice outfit that makes you feel good, maybe doing your makeup or your hair, ladies. I know that always helps me. And just looking in the mirror and saying, "I got this." Or try Mel Robbins' new trick and high five yourself in the mirror. It seems a little silly at first, but it works. You feel great. Don't criticize yourself. Don't give yourself reason to. Take the time and create that routine to do just little things, and it'll make a world of a difference. And you'll always be ready when you need to. I'm a huge believer in lowering your barrier of entry by giving yourself the tools and the opportunities to succeed. So let's recap my tips. Buy your clothing in a similar color palette. That way it's easy to put something together. And you'll have a lot of options, despite the fact that you might only have a few colors. And then it always coordinates and you don't have to think about it as much. Find comfortable things that make you happy and make you feel like you look good. Take the time to be comfortable, but coordinated. And remember that it's about what you think looks good, not about what other people do. And if that is a hoodie, more power to you. When you like the way things look, you're apt to use them more, which includes yourself. So whether that's a journal, like I mentioned before, that's pretty pens, or simply pretty clothing that makes you smile and feel good, it's going to make a difference in your day. You'll radiate better. And that's really all that matters. Of course, if you have a company dress code, you probably want to figure out what that means inside of that dress code, but look good and feel good. Feel good and do good in the world and beyond. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. And if you think this might help somebody else, please feel free to share it or give me a comment. What do you think? Do you think this makes a difference? Or is this just for us visual people that really like making things pretty? That's what I like to do. I like to make things pretty, whatever that means. Coordination. Heck, I even have my Christmas lights all coordinated on the outside. I'm that person. But I hope it boosts your day and maybe it will help somebody else as well. You are beautiful, just the way you are. What can you do for yourself that makes you feel that way? Walk just a little lighter today. If you want to accomplish something, you got to choose to do it and you got to choose to take action towards it. But you can do it. I know you can. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you